Hi. How are y'all doing? Good to see all of you. My name is Hayden Pedigo. I'm from Amarillo, Texas. And tonight, I'm going to be playing y'all some instrumental guitar pieces. This is only my third time to play a barn. This month, I've been playing a lot of barns. It's been a strange few weeks. A disclaimer I like to give at the start of all of my performances is my songs, they have a lot of long, awkward pauses in them. And at times, it seems like the song is ending when it's not. So when the song is over, I'll just say it's over or something like that. Also, something I want to say is, y'all have been incredibly polite tonight, which I appreciate. But we're in a barn. Y'all can have fun. Y'all can be a little rowdy. Yeah, we're in a barn! So, let's try to wake up and have some fun. What's weird is the other night I played a performance in Paris. Not Paris, Texas, but Paris, France. It was the craziest crowd I've ever played to. They were going nuts. They were yelling, "Yeehaw!" This is crazy. So we're in Texas and in a barn. We can't let some French people be crazier than us, you know? So I'm going to get right into it. I like to kind of start quickly with the song. This first song I'm going to play for y'all, I'm going to switch things up. It's a song of mine called Long Pond Lily. It's one of the hardest songs I've ever written in terms of playing it live. It makes me really nervous and scared. The first time I ever played it, it was a disaster, a near train wreck, actually a complete train wreck. I was so nervous my hands were shaking like crazy, and afterwards everyone in the audience looked disappointed. It's not how you want people to look, but I didn't learn my lesson, and I kept playing the song over and over again, like riding a bull. You know, you get thrown off, you break your neck, 6 months of recovery, and you try it again. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So you know what? I'm going to give it another shot. If it goes badly, I apologize. If it goes well, you're welcome. I hope y'all enjoy it. Man. Oh, great. That's awesome. This is cool, you know? I love playing in a barn. This is actually my first time to play in a barn. I love that. I'm going to be completely honest with y'all. The past few weeks of my life have been probably the strangest I've ever lived. And apologies in advance. I kind of tend to talk to the audience like y'all are my therapist or something. I overshare, but I'm on week 3 of a 7-week tour of the US and Canada. And I just got back from a 6-week tour of Europe. So I've been on the road non-stop since August. It's been a really long time, but I'm still feeling okay. But when I was in Europe, it was like the 2nd week of the tour. My wife, she's my tour manager. She travels everywhere with me. She's the most incredible tour manager I could ever ask for. Well, the 2nd week of the tour, we were in Scotland. It was a crazy day. We were playing a church, and I remember being in the shower, washing my hair, running late to get to the venue. And she came in the bathroom and said, "Hey, I'm not trying to freak you out or anything, but I think I might be pregnant." Crazy. You don't expect to find out that kind of thing on tour. To be honest, I still haven't even had time to process it. I'm so excited. Me and my wife are so happy, but I can't wait to get home and actually process this whole thing. But the thing that's cool about this tour is after this tour is done, I'm going to be taking a long break. Obviously because I'm having a child, but the other part of it is because I have to write a new record. I have to get started on some songs. But the thing is, I have a tendency to rush. And even this tour, there's this part of me that wants to rush home, there's this whole new life waiting for me. And what's strange is I put out an album this year called I'll Be Waiting As You Drive Away. And it's thank you. I love it. The thing about it is it ends a trilogy of records I did called the Motor Trilogy. And I kind of view those albums as the story of my 20s, all 3 of them. The tales of being in Amarillo, leaving Amarillo, loss, regret, hope, redemption, all these things. But the thing is doing this tour, in a weird way, I feel like I'm stuck in between 2 different worlds. My previous life and this new life, and I'm kind of in limbo right in the middle, waiting to get home for this new thing. But the thing is I want to really enjoy these songs because these songs mean a lot to me. So if this is the last tour I do for a good while, I really want to soak it in and kind of share these songs with y'all. And they feel more important than ever to me, I guess. This next song I'm going to play for y'all, it's another new one. It's a song called Smoked. When I wrote this song, I was inspired by the prog rock bands I listened to in high school. Bands like Genesis, King Crimson, and Yes. All that to say, I didn't really have friends in high school. But it's just me on the guitar, so when I play it, I just ask y'all to fill in the blanks. Imagine the bass and the mellotrons and the wizards and stuff like that. But I'm going to give it a shot. I need to make sure there's 12 strings in tune because it's kind of cold in here, so if I'm awkwardly tuning for a second, that's why. But I really want to thank you all so much for coming out. This is only my 2nd time to play in Marfa. My last time was in 2022, I believe, at the very start. And I've been wanting to come back ever since, so I'm really glad to be back in Marfa and really glad you are here with me. Thank you so much. man, this is great. Thank you. A few weeks ago, I played a festival in the United Kingdom called End of the Road Fest. And to be honest, I didn't fully do my research on what the festival was. My itinerary that the booking agents gave me just said I was playing End of the Road Festival. It was outside of some small town in the UK. And it said I was playing the garden stage at noon. And for some reason, I just assumed a garden stage at noon at a festival would be like some little side stage where like the hungover or tripping on acid people would be. And I would mainly play to like 100 people. That's what I thought. But I showed up and I didn't realize that the garden stage was playing to 4,000 people. So they gave you, I didn't even get a sound check. It's called a line check, where you basically get to go on stage, plug in your stuff, and make sure it makes sound. So I got up there, saw the size of the crowd, tested my stuff, and they were like, hey, are you good to go on in 5 minutes? And I was like, sure, that's great. I walked off stage, white as a sheet. My wife looked at me and I said, I need a beer and fast. So she got me a beer, I shotgunned it, walked on stage and played. And the thing that was crazy is, I'm not kidding, it was 4,000 people, dead silence. I don't know if it's a thing with English people or something. They're so polite to a fault that they were just like, absolutely terrifying. But it was one of the coolest shows I've ever played. After my set, this older gentleman came up to me at my merch table and he said, hey, I loved your performance and I wanted to let you know I'm good friends with Mike Rutherford of the band Genesis. And he said, I'm going to tell him to check out your music. And I was like, man, that's incredible, but I'm a bit worried because that song I played, Smoked, slightly rips off the Genesis song Entangled. And he looked at me and said, I know. So if that song disappears from streaming services, I wanted y'all to know why. I'm gonna play y'all an older song now. It's a song of mine called Elsewhere. But the way I play it live is I like to blend it with my favorite film theme of all time. The theme to the movie Brokeback Mountain is one of my favorite pieces of music ever written. I actually found out that I could play with my song Elsewhere because I realized the open tuning my song Elsewhere is in happens to be in the same key and open tuning shape as the Brokeback Mountain theme. And for those of you who don't play guitar, the way an open tuning works is usually a guitar is tuned to standard tuning, which is E, B, G, D, A, E. But in an open tuning, you tune the tuning pegs to a certain note and it makes an open chord. For example, I don't know what that is. But I'm able to play the theme to Brokeback Mountain in that tune. But the reason I like this piece of music so much is the pauses in it are excruciating. And I know what y'all are thinking. Haven't the pauses already been excruciating? But they're about to get a lot worse. But for real, the reason I like it so much is I realize the only time we really ever experience a moment of silence together in a large group is when something bad has happened. And I don't like that. I think sometimes we should experience silence in a group when something good has happened. Like all of us gathering in a barn to listen to music. I think it's a really beautiful thing. So when I take those pauses, it's my way of kind of soaking it in and my way of getting to know all of you. I never get to know y'all when I play a show. The most, I get to see y'all at the merch table and shake y'all's hands. But when I take a pause, it's my way of trying to get to know y'all, I guess. So this is the theme to the movie Brokeback Mountain and my song Elsewhere. I hope y'all enjoy it. sure how this is going to work in here, but I'm going to try it. Now comes the halfway point in my show, and usually at this point I ask the audience if they have any questions. So the way this works is simply you just raise your hand and ask me a question and I'll answer it. And if I can't see you for some reason, the lights are pretty bright in here. If I can't see you, you can just like, oh, that's great. Okay, perfect. Does anyone have any questions? You can just raise your hand, I'll answer it. Oh, you're right there.
How did you start working with Chatpile?
Oh, how did I start working with Chatpile? For those of you who don't know, 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, I put out a collaborative record with the sludge rock noise band Chatpile. And I know that doesn't sound like it makes any sense, because it doesn't, but they're a really incredible band. I moved to Oklahoma City last summer. My first day in town, I sent them a message on Instagram saying that I moved to town. 2 nights later, I met them at a show. We started hanging out pretty frequently. But pretty quickly, we became good friends, and they asked me to make a record with them, so we made an album. So that's how it worked. Pretty simple. Any other questions? Oh, yes.
What was it like running for city council? What did you learn?
So I would say it was interesting. So for those of you who don't know, I ran for city council in my hometown of Amarillo when I was 24 years old. There's actually a documentary about it that aired on PBS. And it's kind of embarrassing because now in hindsight, it's this documentary of me making kind of a fool of myself. It was a very tough thing. I had never run for public office, and I ran on a no donation campaign. I didn't accept any money. I lost. But out of the 4 people that ran for that seat, I came in 2nd place. But ultimately I learned, I don't think I'm cut out for politics. Good intentions are not enough to run for public office, and it beat me up pretty bad. There was a point where there was a PAC that was funding all of the incumbents. They had a lot of money. And there was a point where they had sent out mailers to people that had my face on it with a red X through it that said, not recommended. I'm still dealing with that to this day. But I don't know. I don't know if I would ever run for public office again, but I would definitely not tell people to not do it if they wanted to do it, but it kind of kicked my ass a bit, to be completely honest, but that's kind of where I'm at now. Is there any other questions? Yes, you right there.
I was curious, what's your dream venue to hold a large group of people or small to moments of silence?
My dream venue. Weirdly enough, growing up, my dad was a preacher at a truck stop in Amarillo. And the chapel was like a converted 18-wheeler trailer that they had turned into a church. Weirdly, I feel like that would be the ultimate place to perform a set and be in silence. Is that truck stop chapel. It's an intense place. It has like fake wood panel floors and stuff, like straight out of the 70s. I can do like 1 or 2 more questions. Did I miss anybody? Oh, yes, you right there.
Is the truck stop chapel still there?
Yes, the truck stop chapel is still there. I haven't gone in a long time. I think I'm too scared to. It's so like personal, but it's still there. It's still functioning. Yeah, there's a different preacher. I don't know who's preaching there now, but I spend a lot of time there. And someone had a question over there. Yes, you right there.
What would be a dream collaboration?
A dream collaboration? I think if I had to pick my dream collaboration right now, it would either be Robert Fripp of King Crimson, or a couple people know, or weirdly enough, John Frusciante of the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I don't like the Red Hot Chili Peppers, sorry, but I like John a lot. I want to work with him. Okay, now I have a question for all of you. For this next song, would y'all like to hear an ugly song or a pretty song?
Ugly! An ugly song!
Okay. Y'all make it easy for me. I can do an ugly song. This next song is a song of mine called Rains Like Hell. I wrote it inspired by where I'm from. Amarillo, Texas. I don't know how many of y'all have been up to the Texas Panhandle. It's part of the Texas the rest of Texas likes to pretend doesn't exist. But I think it's a special place. Amarillo is, super flat, dry, windy, brutal, and some would say ugly because it is. But I'm always inspired by the flatness and the wind in Amarillo. It's definitely the biggest influence in my music. So I wanted to write a song that kind of conveyed that landscape. I remember years ago an old man told me, he said, in Amarillo on a clear day, if you stand on the edge of town, you can see the back of your own head. There was also the other one of in Amarillo, if your dog runs away, you can watch him run away for 3 days. But this song is the soundtrack, that kind of place, And so sorry I have to open tune my guitar in front of y'all. It's the most uncomfortable thing. The only thing I can compare it to open tuning a guitar in front of a silent audience is that feeling when you say goodbye to a friend after leaving like a restaurant, you'll both walk in the same direction. It's the only thing I can compare it to. So this is Rain Like Hell. It might get a little loud. It's probably my most intense piece. Thank you all so much for being such a wonderful audience. I'm glad to be in Marfa, and I love being in Texas. It's where I'm from. Love it. to play 2 more songs. It's not like I'm trying to rush out of here. My songs just tend to be longer than most. This next song is about 2.5 hours long. But I'm going to try to get started on it now to get us out of here at a decent time. I'm just kidding. I don't have any songs that long. But I like to end with kind of my saddest 2 songs. Actually, they're not sad. They're just more melancholy. And this next one, this is probably the saddest song. This one actually is kind of sad. But it's a song of mine called The Happiest Times I Ever Ignored. The title comes from a guy named Doug Kinney. He was the co-founder of National Lampoon magazine. He also wrote the movie Animal House. What's interesting is Animal House was his very first attempt to ever write a movie. And the year it came out, it was the highest grossing comedy film of all time up until that point. Just a couple years after that film came out, Doug Kinney died. He was in his early 30s. He died by suicide. He jumped off a cliff in Hawaii. And a few weeks before he passed away, he wrote a letter to a friend reflecting on the past few weeks of his life. And he said, "These last few weeks have been some of the happiest times I ever ignored." And that stuck out to me, stuck with me for a long time. And I named the song kind of as a tribute to Doug Kinney, but also as a reminder to myself. I've said this a lot, but I tend to be a very anxious person. I don't know if that's obvious or not. But because of that, I missed out on a lot of great moments in my life. Moments I've been physically present for, but mentally I just wasn't there. Moments kind of like right now with all of you. This is a special moment, and I want to feel it with all of you. Thank you. And this song is kind of a reminder to feel these moments, you know. And again, y'all being here with me and listening to the songs, it makes me feel so good. I'm always surprised that more than 5 people show up to hear instrumental guitar music, and it's really cool that y'all are here with me. I'm just going to go ahead and play this song. I'm going to make sure I'm perfectly in tune so it sounds all right, but this is the happiest times I ever ignored. Thank you all so much. This is a Joni Mitchell open tuning I stole from a website that has all of Joni Mitchell's open tunes. so much. So I have time to play one more song for y'all. It's the song I like to end all of my shows with. But before I tell y'all the title and the story behind the song, I just want to say a couple of thank yous. A massive thank you to Bullrom and Marfa for getting me back here. Thank you all for having me. I'm just so happy to come back. Also, a massive thanks to Nick and Jens who opened up the show. They were incredible. This last song I'm going to play y'all, it's the title track to my new record. It's called I'll Be Waving As You Drive Away. That title comes from a 1978 episode of Little House on the Prairie. Do y'all remember that show? I was homeschooled, so I watched a lot of that show. I don't know if y'all know this, but in the state of Texas, you're legally required to watch that show if you're homeschooled. But that show is still to this day one of my favorites. I watched so much of it. But this title, I'll Be Waiting As You Drive Away, comes from a two-parter episode. It's one of the most moving episodes of television I think ever written. And I'm not saying that ironically. I'm not joking. It's a very important thing to me. So I titled this song after that. I also view this song as kind of my happy trails of sorts. When I play it, it's my way of saying, as y'all go out into the world, I wish y'all nothing but the best. I hope nothing but good things for y'all. And it's my way of kind of seeing y'all off into the evening. But, there's a high chance I'll break a string tuning to this, so if I do break a string, that song I just played was my last song of the night. It's getting a little chilly, so my guitar's not being the most kind when it comes to being in tune. But the song has to be perfectly in tune to work. Okay, I got it. Thank you all so much for coming out tonight. Once again, my name is Hayden Pedigo. I'm from Amarillo, Texas. After the show, I'll be out at the bar selling records. I'm my own merch person, so I'll sell you the vinyl, I'll sign it, I'll swipe your card, I'll do all of that stuff. But thank you all once again for coming out tonight. So good to see you all.